Okay, video 3. We are now looking at how to increase our revenue. Now remember, take you back to the first video, we find our revenue through quantity times the selling price. So it only makes sense here, if we're going to try and increase our revenue, to do something to one of these two things. Okay, so let's take the selling price. So what we could do, first off, we could try and increase our selling price. And that's great. So maybe you could go from selling something at £1 to £2. So you would almost double your revenue. However, just because you put your selling price up doesn't mean that people will buy. So your analysis is here that you can increase the selling price, but demand might go down. And demand might go down because people might go and buy from somebody else. So instead of buying from you, let's say Adidas trainers, they'll go and buy Nike trainers because they're still cheap. Okay? So first thing, increase our selling price. However, the analysis is that demand might go down, so people might buy less. So you have to be careful there. The second thing is we can try and increase the quantity sold. So we can try and sell more. What's the problem here? If we're selling more, we might have to produce more. Now remember economies of scale. If we sell more and we produce more, we can take advantage of economies of scale. So therefore, we're producing more, therefore the cost per unit is going down. So we can try and sell more. However, it's not as easy as it sounds. You can't just sell more. So your analysis here is, we might try and sell more, doesn't mean people are going to buy them. Now the way you can do that is by reducing your costs. Okay, so all the things that the company pays out for, the money that goes out of the business, you can try and reduce those. So you are trying to bring in more revenue. Okay, it's things you could do. You could move into cheaper premises. So you could move into a cheaper factory. Okay, you could do things like buy cheaper raw materials. What's your analysis here though? If you buy cheaper raw materials, the quality might not be as good. Therefore, your product's quality might not be as good. Therefore, you lose your USP. So that's all your analysis. So the ways you can do this, if you're trying to increase your revenue, so you're trying to increase the money coming into the business, you could increase your selling price. However, that might bring demand down. Okay, you could try and sell more, which means that you can take advantage of economies of scale, so your price per unit comes down, but just because you're trying to sell more doesn't mean people are going to buy them. And linking onto that, you could try and reduce your costs. So you could do things like try and rent cheaper premises or buy cheaper raw materials. However, if you do buy cheaper raw materials, your quality might go down. Okay, so that's all about trying to increase your revenues.